Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the program today. How y'all doing on this Monday? Greetings, Steve Downey. Good to see you with us today. How is everybody out there? Y'all all right? Hi, Glenn, checking in on our YouTube channel today. How you doing? Steve Downey in the house. Yeah, it's that kind of day. It is. Thank you, Stephen Bell. I like this shirt. I do. Hollywood in the house. Good to have you with us. Hi, Marie. Thank you for dropping by today. Appreciate you very much. Julie Russello. I almost said Ruscello, like limoncello. It's Russello. Julie is in the house. Good to have you all with us here on a Monday. It is our weekend update. And, I got to start out with, before I get into the wild weekend of music and things that we had and did, I want to say thank you to everybody who has ordered apparel from us. We had a banner order, our first order, and appreciate it very much. We do appreciate all of you ordering and done that. And thank you, Heath Bowling. That's the nicest thing anybody said to me all day. I appreciate you, man. Yes, share and raise the views. That's what we're trying to do. Get the word out there about what's shaking in the world of live local music today, and some national music that we saw over the weekend as well. We had a great weekend of music for Halloween. I do want to though mention that, go back to what I was talking about, and if I can get my tongue to untie here, the apparel that we had the order online for through 937 Inc., which is a local company. It's going to be one of those days. Local company who makes apparel, and we are so happy to be affiliated with them. The online ordering process was so easy. Those things are going to be shipped out to you on the 10th of November, just so you know, if you ordered. But we had a huge order. I mean, the amount of people that ordered, it just blew me away. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And we'll talk about that a little more. We're going to reopen the ordering probably. We may wait till after Christmas. I don't know. We'll see what the folks at 937 Inc. suggest, because they're the experts in it. But we'll see what we do. This will be the only order that'll be in before Christmas. I know that they're very busy this time of year with doing their printing and screen printing and such. So we'll get some orders going again. And we're going to add some things too this time. We've had a lot of suggestions. I guess Dave Worthington wanted a tank top, so I'm going to get him one. You're going to look good in that, Dave. Definitely. Buy a small or a medium, maybe, but a small. Do that and enjoy it. Absolutely. So, good day, Julie Taylor. Thank you for dropping by. Today, we are here today, though, to do our weekend update, guys. So if you're out there, don't forget to hit the little share button at the end and let people know who's who and who played over the weekend. And also, I'll be reading some of them. I'll pull some of them up here on the computer that you guys posted on our page earlier. Thank you all for participating in that as well. When we post on Mondays, who'd you see play out over the weekend? It's always fun to see all the people that enjoyed shows locally here and some of our great local music community. And the only thing that's on back order, if anybody out there ordered a fat boy size, a 3X, certainly get that maybe back ordered a little bit. The supply chain, as the news refers to every day, the supply chain is getting a little low on some of those. That means there's more fat people. Sorry, guys, I'm having a day with the voice. I was trying to do a voiceover commercial earlier and it just didn't happen. I sounded like Peter Brady when it's time to change. A regular sweater, non-hoodie. He told maybe a sweatshirt or a sweater, like a Letterman sweater. We could probably pull that off with those folks. Hi, Jill Drew. Thank you for being here. Yes, fat boy, so offensive. I'm offensive at times. I am, but I can say that. That's from one fat boy to another. Absolutely, he's a medium husky. Heath is. I'm beyond that. Yeah, I'm in the X's and O's section. Absolutely. Let's get started today. Let's talk about our weekend, guys, and we're going to kick it back to Thursday night. And we started Thursday night when we left you after our Live at 5 program, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, Ohio. And thank you to Froggies for always being such a great supporter of All Around Town Radio. We left you on Thursday and we went down to the Bell and the Bear for our Thursday night jam, which we do. And I took a couple of quick notes, and I want to refer to them here just for a second because, amazingly enough, there was just some cool stuff that went on down there. Jim Cuesta, who kind of directs the band sometimes from the keyboard, he did a version of Boston Smokin', and it was smoking. It was awesome. Hi, JD. Thanks for dropping by today. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, it was just amazing. And the house band that night was, again, on fire. And these guys can play anything. And, it's tough when you all get up on the stage. First of all, none of them play together. And then you throw another artist in, maybe that wants to come up and sing or play, and they throw a song at you. You're like, well, let's try it. And it's just such a cool thing. And Thursday night at Bell and the Bear, it was the jam session was also a costume party, and there were some incredible costumes there. I went as my friend Seven West, who couldn't be there, and I dressed up as Seven, and some people got a real kick out of that. But we had some fun. Mrs. All Around Town went as Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and we saw some really cool stuff, including Karis, our very own Karis from Bell and the Bear, who was dressed as Freddie Mercury. But an absolute hoot that night with the costumes and the people up on stage, Kareem doing Waldo, and many, many, many more. It was a blast on Thursday at Bell and the Bear. And, they just keep coming up with creative things to do there, and it's really cool. Karis, I got to send you a message, but be looking at your calendar in December because I've got a date for you. I know you've been waiting on that date, and I got one for you. I'll send it to you after the show. Faux show. Brian Morrow in the house. Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate you being in the house today. Karis is on here from Bell and the Bear. And yes. And Jamie said it was so nice to hear Boston that night. It was cool. And Gary, how did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame go, man? Was it good? Did you have a good time? Did you go dressed as Gene? That's what I want to know. I doubt it. Probably not. For sure. Hey, Zeke, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. High Tech Event Productions right there, guys. They're the lights and sound of the Sorg Theater. And Zeke's an awesome sound guy. And if you ever need production for a big event, small event, whatever, call Zeke. High Tech Event Productions. There's your shameless plug, Zeke. Throwing it in there for you today. So, yeah, I can go on and on about Thursdays, and we ramble on that a lot. I talk about it a lot. I know people are probably tired of hearing me talk, but I'm just absolutely thrilled with being a part of the Bell and the Bears Thursday night jam and all the hosts that are there, and Kathy Laverde and her wonderful pirate costume that night, and a host of other people who just take care and have fun. They were on fire Thursday. It was a great time. And thank you, Stephanie. Maybe a little hotter than Seven. I appreciate that always. I sent a picture before I posted anything to Seven's wife, Jess, and she kind of smiled and said spot on. So, there's still hope for me, I guess. She loved it. But we had a good time playing Seven that night, and all the other people dressed up there. So good stuff. Gary throwing in the comment there about the Rock Hall. That's cool, man. I'm glad to hear it. Good deal. And yeah, Rick Kern was there, Dewey. It was a good time. You missed it. You missed it on Thursday night. But I got to go on. I got to move on because what I really want to talk about is our weekend of music, where we got a chance to get out and hear some awesome music. And one thing that I want to talk about definitely is the fact that we got to see, and this was a once in a lifetimer for me. I am a massive fan of Earth, Wind and Fire. And there's one of my shots of Earth, Wind and Fire to give you an idea how close we were. We were in the front row of this show at the Hard Rock Casino. It was opening day The grand opening, I should say, not opening day. They've been open a few weeks, but grand opening of the Hard Rock Casino in Cincinnati. And we had an absolute blast there. It was just incredible. Good stuff. Earth, Wind, and Fire, the horn section, all the players. I mean, it couldn't have been any better. We were sitting right in front of the subs. And let me tell you, when Verdine came out and he blasted that first bass note, it was in your chest all night long, and we had a blast. So I want to talk about the Hard Rock for a minute, though. Unbelievable hospitality there. If you've not been there, I highly suggest it. I'm going to tell you why. I've been to quite a few casinos. I've seen a lot of casino shows. And I will tell you that at the Hard Rock Casino down in Cincinnati, they're doing it a little different. Plus all the memorabilia that's there from all the musicians. It's just my kind of place. But we went and had dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe before. Couldn't get in to the steakhouse, the big expensive steakhouse. And I will tell you, it's pricey. The steakhouse down there is, but it's supposed to be wonderful. We got into the Hard Rock Cafe, had an excellent burger. I mean, a burger, that's what we did before the show, but it was fantastic. There was a band in there, which I don't want to reveal today. I'm going to talk about them because I'm trying to get them on the show as well. They were out of Atlanta, Georgia, playing country music in the Hard Rock Cafe, and it was pretty good stuff. And had a good time listening to them. And we'll tell you who they were a little later on. But the concert then afterwards, they had everything was perfect for the concert. It's upstairs in a big ballroom, and it held about 1,500 people. It was sold out. And Earth, Wind, and Fire did not disappoint, man. They started just a few minutes later than normal for their normal time, which would have been 8 o'clock. And the reason they started late was the bar's credit card machines went down. And so everybody was still out there trying to get a drink and such. So they delayed the show for just a few minutes and got everybody out there. I'm trying to get to your comments, guys. Brian Morrow said Heath Bowling's his hero. Thank you for that. And Christina Sue, who's right there, she was there. She was front row as well, and it was the bomb. I've never been that close. The sound was right in our ear. It was perfect, and just a hell of a show. Just a hell of a show. Gary, I see you won your costume contest Saturday night. There you go. And Scotty Long in the house. Hope you had a good Halloween weekend as well, buddy. Appreciate you. Steve Stein's here. Steve Stein from The Times. Good to have you with us. Matt Matheny, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing all right. Sorry about your loss, my friend. Scott Ryan in the house. Dale Robinson is here. And David Thornton has joined us. And, I'm not sure, David, if they had Earth, Wind, and Fire as part of the big grand opening thing, because there was some hints of sponsorship, but also Christina had front and center seats, and they got bumped a little bit because the vice president of the Hard Rock Casino, I believe, was in those seats, came in and sat front and center. So there was a lot of to-do going on. Pete Rose placed the first bet that day at a blackjack table, and he got a 21 on his first at bat there, so to speak. So that was all kind of cool stuff that was happening at the Hard Rock Casino. But Earth, Wind, and Fire, man, they absolutely blew us away. And good stuff. Let me pull something up here because I want to talk about their set list. They played the typical, national act, 90 minutes, 75 to 90 minute show. Some of the highlights, though, that you guys will remember, Shining Star was in there. Getaway, Serpentine Fire, Sing a Song, Got to Get You Into My Life. I'm looking at the set list I have here that I got a picture of that night. And Christine, I did manage to get a picture. Actually, Mrs. Hall around town got a picture from the one on set. It's different than the one you had. I thought that was interesting. That they gave you guys. Reasons was in there. That's the Way of the World. They did intros of the whole band and then came back with After the Love Is Gone, Fantasy, Boogie Wonderland, Let's Groove Tonight, September. And then they did an encore called In the Stone. And they just had everybody partying in the place. It was so cool. And that was the fun we had on Friday night. So a real big shout out to the Hard Rock Casino. We had a server in the Hard Rock Cafe named Stephanie, who was fantastic, took great care of us, to the fact that you want to send send a review on her to the ownership. Good stuff. Hang on, I may have to cough here. There we go. Well, I'm trying to get to all these comments, guys. You guys, I love the comments, so keep it rolling. We appreciate you. Hi, Allison. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you dropping by today. And, we're talking about local music. So if there's somebody you saw over the weekend and you didn't put it in our page today and our post for comments that we did, please drop it in there and drop it in the comments today. And we'll get a shameless plug for whoever you went to see. And Kara saw Pete Rose in Vegas more than she has in Cincinnati. Yeah, I've seen him there every time I've been there, signing autographs, doing all kinds of things as well. And Brian remembers the night backstage with Skinner. I don't want to talk about that, Brian. No, Scotty Long throwing a shameless plug in there. Keep giving him the votes for Dayton's Best Karaoke. Still got a few days to do that. What day does that end, Scotty? Put it in there if you can. If you will. Golly. Trying to keep up with the comments, folks. Yes. Missy got the set list from the front drummer guy. That's cool. That was awesome. We didn't get a hard copy one, but we got a picture one, which is all that matters. And that was good stuff for us. And hi, Carrie. Thanks for being here today. So, yeah, it's and Chris and Kenny. Good Lord. We got all kinds of people in here today. Thank you guys so much for being here on a Monday. Let's chat, though, a little bit more about that Hard Rock. And I want to talk about what they've done with the casino. We walked around looking at memorabilia for an hour or two. And everything from Eddie Van Halen's Porsche to, Nikki Sixx's motorcycle, to outfits. And, we determined one thing: rock stars don't eat. Must be the cocaine and no food. That's all I got to say, because, oh, man, it was unique with the size of these costumes that are supposed to be the actual things people wore. Wild stuff. And you can tell my voice is gone. What do we got? A little plug going out here. Music video, November 2nd. Yeah. Nikki messaged me about doing a live thing with them tomorrow night. And unfortunately, I host trivia every Tuesday and couldn't do that. But they're going to do their big video premiere tomorrow night, Arena Rock Show. Still of the Night, Whitesnake. They've remade that into a video format for them. That'll be good stuff. So make sure you check that out. Scotty Long saying November 8th is the last day to vote for Dayton's Best Karaoke for him. And get that in there if you will. Wow. And yeah, Christina Sue says those costumes were for skinny people. Yeah, I couldn't believe the size of some of them. Just proves that they just don't eat. Drugs and rock and roll, I guess. That's how it works. And yeah, the memorabilia is cool at their Scott. It's a great place. And we really had fun that night. And they treated us great. When we left the concert, their entire staff for the concert, all the people that were at the bar, the security, everybody were outside the doors cheering for everybody, clapping for the customers. And I thought that was really cool. They were thanking everybody for being there. So they're doing it right. Corporately, obviously, they've probably got it together, as many of those places as they own and such. So good stuff. I do need to move on, though. We need to talk about Saturday because we went to see some great friends on Saturday night. And Mr. Hollywood invited us down to Pullman Lanes. And what a great supporter of live local music he is in Pullman Lanes in Hamilton and Scott's Bar and Grill. Let me see if I've got a couple photos I can grab here. And this is what I walked into, Mr. Hollywood. I can't thank you enough for this. That was on the big screen TV as we walked in. And thank you so much for that shameless plug for us that night. That was really cool of you to do. And we got a chance to catch our friends from Don't Tell Steve with their Halloween show. And there's just one little picture of Miss Stephanie, probably the worst one that I had. I've thrown up here, but that's the one I could grab right away. And we will be posting pictures from that night as well on the page, either tonight or tomorrow. One of the two, but we'll get those up for you. And what a great night we had. And there's a little picture of Miss Stephanie pre-show with us. And thank you, Stephanie, for the hospitality, and Hollywood And let me tell you guys, this was not a band show on a Halloween night. This was a full scale theatrical production that they had worked 3 months on. The set was like you went to see a Broadway show. I'm telling you, it besides the light and sound production that Steve does, which is bar none some of the best. I want to talk about this stage. They built this entire stage. There were cages with skeletons hanging there. There was a moving dragon. The castle that they played from, had torches that were burning. It was just absolutely amazing. We'll get some pictures of it up on our page so you guys will have a chance to see it. I do want to thank Julie and Tony Russello for joining us there. I want to thank Angie and Jerry, our friend, and John and Sharman, who all joined us at Pullman Lanes that night. And Hollywood, thank you for the table. And Glenn Drew, who helped set this thing up, and his table light show, which if you haven't been to a show, you've not seen Glenn's table light show yet, but it rivals some production shows. But Stephanie, thank you so much. And I'm getting to the band because I had more people tell me that night who had never seen you. And I was kind of running around the room and doing what I like to do and chatting with folks who had never seen you do a show, who had heard about it either through us or heard about it through Hollywood's advertising and all that stuff. But everybody commented that you could sing anything, Stephanie. And I agree with them 100%. Stephanie Maples is a force on stage, guys. She's not a singer. She's a theatrical performer. And when she comes out in the end and does her final tribute and song at the end of her show and walks around the room and makes sure everybody gets recognized that's there, that's what brings people back. And that is why that band is such a force. And if you're out there and you're a venue, please make sure that you book these guys in 2022. I know we're all booked up for the year, but get them booked in 2022. You will not be disappointed. I know when they came to Heather's in Springboro, I mean, Heather loved them. The crowd there loved them. Anywhere they go is just a fantastic thing. And Dale says, hooray for Hollywood. Yeah, exactly. And he's done wonderful things down there. He was running a little short staffed even on Saturday and made it happen. Everybody there got great service. The place is clean. It's nice. The stage and the sound and the room was perfect. They had people in the back end bowling. They had things going on in the front at the bar area. I mean, it was a busy little place, and we had a great time. Thank you, Jason Smith. I think Glenn and Jill rocked too. Jill had a good time that night. I'll say that. I'll just leave it right there, Jill, if you're out there still. I'll leave it right there. Jill had a great time. And yes, Lord Glenn and Lady Jill looking good. Yeah, we came in and Glenn had the little moving lighted name tags going. He had it all going, and it's really cool. Sean says the outside stage is awesome. Yeah, if you haven't seen their outside stage yet, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Scotty Long throwing a plug in there for Don't Tell Steve show as well. And from the minute you get there, you want to stay till the end, and we did. And Stephanie keeps the ball rolling, man. She keeps everybody happening, and the band was happening that night. They were playing well, and it was just a great time. So very good. Steven said, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Absolutely. And Stephanie throwing a shout out in there for Glenn and Jill as well. And they're just good people. And going to get a chance to join them the night before Thanksgiving. We're looking forward to that as well down at the Blue Note with Dreamboat Annie, the Heart Tribute that a bunch of our friends from DV8 are in and all that. It's really a good time. It is. Brian Morrow, you're everywhere. Who are you talking about? Me? I try to be places. And that's another thing. I'm just going to touch on a little topic here for a minute. And I saw something posted yesterday by a guy who's played music around here for a long time that he was basically hanging up his hat and couldn't get booked and all those things. I find that very sad and disheartening because there's so much good music and so much talent in the whole tri-state area. And we should really, really try to support each other and get rid of the haters, man. get the haters out of your life and move on. I've had to do that. Other people have had to do that. And that's just the way it works. But there's so much fun out there. There's so much music. I wish I could be 100 places in a night. And I feel bad sometimes because I talk about these people, and yet I haven't been able to get out and see a full show in that. And let me see some of the comments that are rolling in. Thank you, Heath, for that. Yeah. And you, oh, yeah, you played Pullman's on Friday night, Heath, and got a chance to see Stephanie and Steve there. And they were getting ready to set up this entire massive production that they put on the other night. And yeah, Scotty, you do a pretty full production karaoke show, my friend. You really do. And Brian's feeling left out. Okay. I don't know, man. You can go anywhere, anytime. Give me a shout, Brian, when you're out and about. Let's meet up somewhere and have some fun. We've had some good times before. But you guys, when you get out there, you've got to support these live musicians and the venues that bring it to you. Hollywood works so hard Saturday night. I watched him work. He's a general manager of this place. You go to some places and you see general managers standing in the corner with their arms crossed, talking to the ladies and all that. He was bussing tables. He was kicking ass, man. I'll say that. And he made that room hum despite being down a couple staff members. So really, really good stuff. And Carrie, yeah, I appreciate it if you'd share some pictures. Carrie was there taking pictures that night, Lord Carrie. And yeah, the whole thing. The other thing about Don't Tell Steve is the fact that they have a DJ who accompanies them, who keeps the party going in between band sets. And that's just another key element in keeping people there. And, people were up dancing the entire night. By the end of the night, it was just a huge party in the place. And people that weren't even interested to begin with, who might have been sitting at the bar Saturday night in there, came out to the area of the lanes where the stage is and joined the party. And they were all just absolutely wowed by Stephanie and the band. And good stuff. All right. I don't understand any of that, but I'll post it, Heath. I don't. And Bell and the Bear Halloween Party, Christina Sue said, thanking Karis for that. That was another good one, and things you try to get out to do. And he said he had so much fun at Pullman. Yeah, good stuff. And glad you were playing there. That's a cool little venue, and it's a music venue. It really is. And I don't know what just happened. I don't know where anything went. I hope I'm still live. Maybe I'm still alive. Things just went away for a second there, but we're back. All right. I've never heard Poke Salad Annie. I have. Now I see. Yeah, it takes me a minute to get your references. It does. Thank you, Scotty. Yeah, I don't know. My screen went blank, but that's nothing unusual for me because of my high-tech equipment here. Well, that's going to do it, guys. I wish I could talk more and more and more about all this stuff, but again, I had the best time Saturday night with Don't Tell Steve and the folks that came with us. We had a great time there. We talked about it all the way home. Just what a wonderful night of fun music. And thank you, first of all, to Steve, Stephanie, and everybody else that had a hand in that production, because it was not a show. It was a production. It was great. And Heath, thank you for being here today. I appreciate you stopping by. Jim Kilroy saw Beauty and the Beast Saturday night at Foley's. They were great. So Tessa was out there. I haven't seen Tessa in so long. I hope she's doing well as well. She's a wonderful person and singer. And love. Oh, on. Wow. How about that, people? I think it's time to sign off. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow with Top 5 Tuesday. Wednesday with the band. We are booking for the fall and winter. So if you have a band that wants to be involved in that, we've taken our time off from that we said we were going to do to regroup and book some new talent and folks, or old talent. If you're out there and you want to be part of Wednesday with the band, we'd love to have you. Hollywood, thank you, man. I can't thank you enough. And do I have that here? Hang on. I do. So I walked into this at our table, and let me pull that comment off the screen so you can see it. Yes, this little thing here that was our reservation. Okay, if you can see it, and it says a little Forrest Gump reference there. Can't sit here, seats taken. Thank you, Hollywood, for that being on our table. We appreciate it. You're awesome, buddy. And I got my own disco hat, which I will be wearing this week on the show. Yes, you will like it. Disco Fever. I know that'll thrill some of you. You love it. Got my Don't Tell Steve shirt on. Always like to wear that when I talk about them. Earth, Wind, and Fire at Hard Rock Casino was great. Get a chance, go down there and enjoy some bands in the Hard Rock Cafe. They've got a nice stage, good sound. And we'll talk about that band later on when I have a little more time. Thank you so much. Jason Smith says, seats taken. It is. Thank you, guys. Hope you had a great day with us. We had a great day with you. Go to our page. I didn't get a chance to read all the folks that posted. So go to our page and look at all the people who went out to see live music this weekend, who they saw and where they saw it, and support those places, if you will, please. We'd appreciate that so much. Have a great day, everybody. We are going to check out here for now. If I can get the checkout music up, we'll be going goodbye. So thank you all so much for being here. And we'll catch you next time at All Around Town Radio tomorrow, 5 o'clock, live at 5. And yes, Zeke, the menus, Saturday night at the Sorg. Mr. Tim Goldrainer and company. David Nestor, good to see you, man. Let's see who else commented here before I get out of here. Thank you, Dale Robinson, for that. Jamie Minnick, thank you. And thank you for ordering that hoodie. I appreciate it. I'll be getting thank yous out as soon as they get me a list of all who ordered. I'll be sending some thanks to you folks for all that. Jason Smith, thank you very much. Randy Eldred, thanks for dropping by. Chris and Kenny, bye-bye. Jill Drew, you have a great night. You had a great night Saturday. That's all I'm going to say about that. And Dirk, the Flintstones crying out loud costumes made me laugh. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye for now.